Please give it up for Mr. Brad Manning.
Go get her, Bradson.
She is very lucky and a big fan. I know, every girl out there is like, that lucky bitch. I know, I put a ring on it. But how's everyone doing tonight? All right, same. No, yeah, my 3-year reign comes to an end tonight. Wow. I don't like that Tommy suggested that the last 2 years didn't count, because they did. I didn't create that pandemic for no reason. But no, a lot's happened in the past 3 years. I became an uncle. Yeah, you can clap. Thank you, yeah, no. I did a lot to do that. I thought it was time. Watching them grow up has been cool, though. Watching them, take their first step or try a new food and seeing their face light up. It's kind of like, at what point does that die, that joy? Because it will. But no, they can fall asleep in one place and wake up in another, and they won't think twice about it. As an adult, the scariest shit that could ever happen, possibly, is falling asleep in one place and waking up in another. Which is how I know we grow more skeptical of things. Whenever I fly, it scares me. I am pretty convinced that whenever I'm seated at an exit row and the flight attendant says, please give a verbal confirmation that you're willing and able to assist in the event of an emergency, Delta's trying to make me their fall guy. I'm not sure how, but I think they are. I think about the Miracle on the Hudson a lot, and because I have the microphone, I can do whatever the F I want, and we're gonna talk about it. The Miracle on the Hudson, for those of you who don't know, refers to U.S. Airways Flight 1549, in which Captain Sully Sullenberger, his real name is Chelsea, but I'm assuming in middle school, some guys said he sounded gay, and so he decided to say, hey, my name's Sully. The voice is high, because his man bits hadn't made their initial descent. Captain Chelsea was attempting to combat the flood of illegal avian aliens coming across our northern border virtually unchecked. This was during the Obama years. Well, 5 days before the Obama years, Bush was checked out. But when he successfully struck down that flock of Canadian geese, both engines lost power. And they landed the plane successfully in the Hudson River. There were no deaths. Clint Eastwood made a movie about it, and to be transparent, I never saw it. Now, do you really think the success of that ordeal hinged upon 6 people with $19 of extra disposable income who wanted extra leg room sitting at an emergency exit? Now, truthfully, I don't know. So, whenever I don't get the emergency exit seating, I profile the hell out of whoever does. I profile harder than the TSA in October of 2001. Oh, yeah, they missed it. They missed it big that month before. I don't care if you're grown, I don't work for them. But yeah, no, I really do think about the Miracle on the Hudson a lot. I was in an interview in college, and they asked tell me about a time you overcame a challenge. And that's a hard question. I'm a 10 by both American and European standards. I'm white. That helps. Every white person in here feels so uncomfortable to laugh at that. I love it. But So I answered and said I was a passenger on the flight that became known as the Miracle on the Hudson, which is a weird answer to that question. One, it's a flat out lie. Two, it's not like I did anything. If I had been on it to successfully land that plane, I wouldn't have gotten on there and said, Captain Chelsea, I have an idea. Land this bitch in the Hudson. No. So, I really felt the need to tell that story because I have a feeling like some firm is out here today being like, oh, that's that guy who's had that weird-ass answer. Yeah, it was me. I'm sorry. But I don't encourage lying in interviews, but truthfully, it never fails. To give you a good story, I didn't get the job. No, I mean, in all reality, flying does make me nervous, and it really has nothing to do with the plane. It has everything to do with the fear of being seated next to a talker. Some of you are like, what is he talking about? I love talking to people on planes. You're the problem. I don't fly to meet friends. If I get to the airport early, I will sit at a completely different gate, the one with the least people, not the one my plane's at. I'll put earphones in with nothing playing, and that's because, again, look at me. I'm not trying to be trafficked. I know how much I'm worth. I guess that's a problem most of you don't have to deal with. But I flew to Puerto Rico for work a few months ago, and I'm at the gate completely by myself, and this dude comes and sits in the seat right next to me, which, similar to guys in the bathroom at urinals, same kind of etiquette. Don't be that dick that comes up to the one right next to you. Again, if you're like, what is he talking about? I just go to whichever one's closest. You're the problem. But this guy comes up, and I glanced over to give him that you bitch look. And he said, where are you going? And I should have committed to the act because I had headphones in, but convinced only a terrorist sits next to someone where no one else is sitting, I responded, because, again, I'm not trying to get trafficked or killed today. And I told him I'm going to Puerto Rico, and he said, me too. Cool. I was like, all right, yeah, I've never been. Have you been? He was like, yeah. Me and my wife went when we got married, and we're going back for our 5th anniversary. Awesome. Did you like it? And he said, well, my wife is bi, but I'm not bi. So she had an easier time, but whenever I was with her, I was okay. I thought, what a weird thing to say to a stranger. It was only after talking to him for a bit longer, it became clear he meant bilingual. So just so everyone knows, you cannot shorten that word to bi. Two entirely different meanings. We get on the plane, and luck would have it, because I was in this Publix a few weeks before that, and I tripped this little prick who was running, 6 years old. Someone's got to teach him if the parent's not. And karma for that, I'm assuming, that guy sitting next to me on the plane talked from Atlanta to San Juan. We finally get there, and he was like, wow, that flight flew by. I'm like, time flies when you're a dick. And when we got there, I was continuing to leave, and he was like, oh, I got to wait here. Okay. He was like, yeah, my wife had to take a later flight because she had to take our son to the doctor because some really attractive guy tripped him in a Publix last week. And like I'm going to say to you now, I was like, all right, I got to get the F out of here. Thank you.
All right. Brad Manning, everyone.